Hello, hello. It's been a minute since I've done like a longer form video. I've been practicing on being more succinct. However, today's topic is a little different. It is, to try to sum it up, it's going to be a little bit about Aristophanes' version of the origin of love. It's about the new stage that I've been predicting in spirituality since December. I've been talking about this for a minute, but I put my video up on my Patreon. It's free to view. I just wanted to attract people to my Patreon page. I did originally put it up behind a paywall, but as a gift for the new year, I put it public. But in that video, I was in the sauna, and I was talking about how as Neptune goes into Aries, we are going to start seeing a new wave of spirituality. How the unity consciousness is going to sort of expire. That bliss of oneness. That blank. Like we're all conglomerating into one. Consciousness is going to have a moment where we all step back from each other and start to appreciate the individual. My asthma's acting up this morning. So if you want to stick around for a little talk about the origin of love and how the new wave of spirituality is going to be teaching us how we've been bypassing what love could really be and the paradox that love is. Alright, so let me get into it. This might not be a quick one, so just so you know, if you want to stick around, plan for a little bit of time here just to listen to me talk. This will also be on YouTube in a longer form video if you want to check that out. Suigenerisregenerate channel. I post almost everything I post here on Instagram on that channel. I also do my best to do the same with TikTok. So if you want to give all of those profiles or channels or whatever you call them, my brain's blanking because I'm all about this topic, go ahead and give that some love so you can catch some of my longer form videos on a format that is more friendly to longer form videos. So I don't know if you're familiar with Aristophanes. He was a philosopher, and there was a symposium that he it was sort of like court reported, where there was a bunch of philosophers speaking in this symposium and asking each other questions, and Aristophanes took the floor. I don't know why I'm itching, hold on. Okay, sorry guys. Aristophanes took the floor, and you can go listen to this on YouTube. Also, there is a song about this concept called Origin of Love, and it was on Hedwig and the Angry Inch. Phenomenal movie, but that song has stuck with me since I saw the movie, and it is something else. I've posted it at least one time, but if you're familiar with all of that, then you're going to understand what I'm about to say. The origin of love, I'm looking at my notes, which are right here. The origin of love, with Aristophanes supposing or talking about the mythology about how each soul was round. It was round, and it had two sets of eyes, two faces, 4 arms, 4 legs. And at some point, this being that we originally were was divided into two. And this is where love comes from, because we are no longer one whole being. We are always looking for our other half to merge back with them. And that process of looking for your other is the process of falling in love. In Bhakti, that ache to merge back with the one is trying to merge back in with consciousness itself, or the creator, or deity, whatever. So, but at the same time, with Bhakti, you never want to fully merge. You want that quest, that constant tension, because if you don't fully merge, then you can stay in love. But as soon as you are merged fully, as much as you crave it, you're basically dead. You're basically united with creation, Oversoul, God. This is why humans are what we are. When it comes to spirituality, for an extremely long time, we've been in the age of Pisces. This is the age of unity, of a conglomeration, of a merge, but at the same time, at the tail end of this age of Pisces, we have Saturn and Neptune moving through. And they will make it to Aries. Neptune goes into Aries in 2025, in April, I think. This is a separation. This is a celebration for individuality, as, you know, Pluto in its retrograde, it will be going full, it will stay in Aquarius for an extremely long time. So that is a celebration of individuality. Looking at my notes, seeing where I'm at. Okay. So I'm on point. I'm not forgetting anything. Saturn is also about restriction and boundaries. So, as much as we don't like this energy of disillusionment, along with being held back from what we think we want, our illusions of the ultimate love, or the ultimate vision of ourselves, we need that tension of separation in order to truly experience things like devotion, religious practice, love in a relationship, love and devotion to a deity, or love in relation to any number of living things or entities that we deal with. You understand what I'm saying. For a very long time in New Age, the consciousness, the force of concentration has been sameness. Let's see how we're all the same, and sort of find a place where we see eye to eye at any given point. How do we recognize that we're all one in some way, so that we can coexist? We've done that. And it came to a point to where there was no love. And you know, in society, you look around, how much love is there right now? It's rare. Very rare to see people acting in true love. We have seen, and this is something that's so beautiful about human design. I'm going to throw that out there because Pele, she has so many profiles. Like, I have a hard time keeping up with which ones to say. But how trying to remember how she said it. I heard her pronounce it one time. Havalo Kofe. She posts on Facebook a lot, but she also posts as Pele Kama on Threads and Pacific Emotions on Instagram. All right, so she was my mentor, human design mentor, early fall this last year, and I learned so much about how celebrating the individual is a spiritual act. It is divine to celebrate your separateness. It is holy to be an individual because we are given these characteristics in separation in order to celebrate them, not to just merge the hell out of this existence. We're not anglerfish. And if you need to look that up, go ahead. Anglerfish, when they mate, merge bodies. The male fish, the masculine fish, gets absorbed into the female. The two become one forever. That's not the state of humanity. Thank God. As much as I've been interested in this twin flame concept, which originates with Aristophanes, just in case you didn't know, I love being me. I love being a human, and there's a part of me that knows it doesn't want to merge with another human being fully. I love being a wife. I love being in relationship. I love that tearing of each other's flesh, like just trying to get inside of each other as much as we possibly can because we are separated. You know, that feeling of longing to be living inside their rib cage and wanting to be protected and held. You know, that whole sensation is what juicy love is really about. Like, that craving of looking in each other's eyes deeply and sitting with each other's souls separate but longing and yearning for each other. That's so delicious. And then you can do that with God. You can do that with the Creator. You can do that with nature. You can do that with your team on the other side, your ancestors. That craving, that separation, that partition always exists. You know, a loved one dies, but you can still communicate with them. There's a partition, but there's a craving and a longing. That's really, if we're skipping out on this separation business, if we want to bypass that part and just go straight into unity, we're missing a huge part of our humanity's lessons here on Earth. And this is where we are. I hope I'm making sense. So I stand by what I said, and I reaffirm that this new wave of spirituality that is going to come through with Neptune and Aries, having Saturn gone through that with Neptune in Pisces, you know, and all these planets going into different signs. Uranus is going to be going into Gemini soon too, shortly, sometime this year. The energy's changing with how we think, how we process what could happen, you know, concepts, enlightenment, individuality with the trine to Pluto and Aquarius. The math is all here. The math is all here for a revolution of spirituality. So I'm just telling you how it's going to play out. We're going to glorify our individuality. This is why it's so important to devote a practice to authenticity. It's almost the end of summer, and y'all, I've been offering this one-on-one authenticity call all summer, and none of y'all have taken me up on my offer. It is sliding scale for a full hour of my time, And the minimum I want for an hour of my time is $30 for this phone call. Sliding scale donation. That's crazy that y'all are too afraid to be authentic in a time like this, when spirituality is causing us to erupt with our individuality, to cause us all to become creators. What do we call people who make content online in these little black boxes we call phones or devices? We are creators. Anyways, I'm going to put all that in your lap. Happy Friday. It's Venus Day. It's Creatrix Day. I'm wearing my copper jewelry. Where's your courage at? Let's do a one-on-one call. Book it now. Because it's not going to last. Summer's not going to be forever. My offer is going to be going away. You're going to have to figure this out on your own. I love you guys. Please take care of yourselves. Please get real with yourselves. Even if you don't work with me, being more authentic is exactly how you're going to succeed in the next phase of where life is going to go. Acknowledge that within. I love you guys. Be bold.